Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy podcast with the Traders.
G'day, we're the Traders. Thanks to Sportsbet, I'm Roy, I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Want Dogs.
And Calvin.
Coach of Governator.
Today, we're looking at the Tigers, and the podcast has peaked because that song's good.
It is.
The fantasy relevance this year, may not quite be where that is.
It's a bit of a worry, isn't it?
It's not on...
a big concern.
If we do our draft rankings of club songs, that's right up.
They're up there. That yellow and black gets them.
It does.
Right up the top.
Yep. But fantasy football. Maybe not. Anyway, let's have a look.
Are you self-handicapping?
I am a little bit.
You must have some.
Let's go. Let's start with Timmy Taranto. So he was our big dog last year that we were talking about. So
early.
Exactly, and that's the story of it. So he was the big old ton run. You know that I love tweeting out each week and all that sort of stuff.
reading it.
He kept that going for 14 rounds.
Oh, what? God, he was good.
He was averaging 125 for the first 14 rounds.
Beast mode.
Yeah, and you know what happened. Oh, your captain job's redundant, Calvin.
Oh, they said that.
But you said that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you?
So, 125.
Hold yourself.
His average dropped down to, his season average was 112.4. Now, if you're good at maths, Cal,
Yep.
it's a lot of data that brought that down
That
there.
is some
because
significantly bad scoring.
Post-buy, he averaged 93.
90 what?
That's bad.
3, I said. Did you not hear that?
93.
Yes.
That's why I started checking Calvin's captains again.
Yeah, imagine that. Can't have a captain score of 93, right?
So,
You can't.
what's the story? Where was that? Like, basically, it's just ridiculous.
It became hard to watch. I watched it closely because one of those awful scores he had, I ended up stuffing up a VC and ended up rolling into him.
Right.
So I watched it really closely. The only thing I could think of that made any sense was injury because he stopped. He looked lazy, wasn't running, wasn't calling for mark, wasn't tackling. It was a hard watch. I think he was injured in the back end of the season.
So I tried to
If
look
not-
into some timing of stuff and all of that there. So, because he played all 23 games.
Right.
Now, there was a change of coach.
Yes.
But the ton run kept going like when they did go to old Minnie McWalter.
Yes.
So that may not be a full thing, although maybe they let stuff happen or continue to happen for the first few weeks. And then, no, we're changing things. Anyway,
stranglehold on
so it wasn't about centre bounce or anything like that either. Like it was just, so that's where it was. So there's the unknowns going into this year as well for these guys because they've got a new coach.
Look, there's
Uze,
hope
what
for
does
him to bounce
Uze
back.
do?
Look, he probably got tired. He did so much work in the first half of the year.
It was a very hot start.
Yep.
It was a no-brainer pick for us as well, but that was a knockout pick.
He
You
was
had to do that.
a genuine goal-kicking, accumulating midfielder. Hard to find.
And every week, because Kane Corn said he wasn't in the top 100 players or whatever in the comp, every week he was just slamming it back in his face.
yeah,
Kane was right.
not at the end, was he?
Kane was right. Your mate.
Bit of vindication.
Your mate, dog.
Yep. He would have been happy with that.
Yep.
The finish to the year. Shocking.
All right, someone else that had a very good year was Toby Nankervis,
Oh,
their
the
skipper.
Nank.
Gun.
102 average, so say that he had a great year, but he did spend some time on the sidelines, so therefore only 15 games it was. So that's not a great thing as a fan of the Nank, and anyone that drafted there, you were getting some great results, but it was
unlucky because that 102 average, that's significant. From 15 games too. That's no fluke.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
The big fella was killing it.
Because he'd never gone over 90 either
No.
in a season before, so it was a pretty epic.
It's a breakout year for Nank.
It is. He was
So
massive.
he's going to be up there in our draft rankings.
Has to
he's
be.
your top 5.
What do we have him doing, though?
You've got English, you've got
Marshall.
I reckon Max goes up into that 3 slot.
I think he does.
Yes.
Nank's got to be close to that, though, if he's going to go 100 again. And so one of the things from that, too, is that Soldo's gone. So the role shouldn't be an issue for him.
No. In for a big year. A massive year for the Nank.
Can he get to 100 again?
Yes.
Dog said no ruck would get 100 last year.
And Nank did. I couldn't have got that any more wrong.
All right.
Wowee.
Okay, on draft day, it's Nank and Grundy.
Wow.
It's got to be Nank, doesn't it?
No. Oh, gosh. It does, based on that.
So I've got Max ahead of Nank, right? Nank and Grundy.
Nank is a safe 100.
The Grundy.
Yes, he is.
Boy,
This podcast took a turn.
Dog's the ruck pro.
Yeah.
Ask him to split it.
yeah.
But we just go the name. We'd go, oh, Grundy.
It was
Right.
consistent.
Feels
His
safer.
year. What was it? He had Sinders, he had suspension. So he's not
Nank.
that old either, is he?
Nank all
No.
the
I
way.
think he's sub 30.
Nank all the way.
It is.
Yeah.
Crikey.
All right, let's go to the next name I wanted to talk about, and that was Dustin Martin. He is, and we've ruled this out a couple of times already, he's the second forward ranked by average from last year.
Again.
So he had a
Turning
good
back the
Unbelievable.
clock. It is.
So that was a great season, the year-on-year type thing for him. So he averaged 90 from his 20 games, up from his 72.4. That was only 8 games the year before, but then, an 81 the year before
Yeah.
that. So he actually pumped out pretty decent number of games for someone that does miss a few sometimes.
Yeah.
After used to be like
Yes.
the most playing sort of dude.
So he was running through the midfield
Yep.
a fair bit.
Yep.
Will he do that again, do you think?
Yeah, what does it look like? These unknowns. The old Uze, what's he going to do?
So if you were walking in there, obviously you need an eye on the future and stuff like that. But if you're a new coach, you want to get a couple of wins on the
You
board
do.
as well.
So he definitely had more mid-time sort of after the change of coach.
Yes.
So
God, I think I'd be chucking him in there,
Yeah.
especially if that's where he wants to go.
Number 2 ranked on average.
Yeah.
Forwards.
like, how confident are you taking him?
Not. I'm not confident.
So once
Played 20 games.
Jack McRae goes, are you starting a forward run?
No,
With
Well,
there's no such thing as a forward run.
no, you're not.
is he number 2? Is there someone else? Are you picking Flanders before him?
Yes.
Yeah, you're doing that one. Dusty's right up there.
So Dusty
Can't wait to know these draft rankings.
He won't play every game. He'll play.
No,
Let's go 19, 20 games like last year. I can't see him averaging 90 again, but he could easily be 85-ish.
Yeah.
Yep. Happy with that?
Yeah.
Play
Let's
on.
talk about another forward then while we're talking forwards. The forward run in for the Tigers. Shai Bolton. So he's the 8th best forward available, based on rankings. So that's a pretty solid average, though, 87 for him.
It is.
But that's
He's another one
capped
that
out a bit, I feel like.
Yeah,
Is it?
he'll catch your eye with a couple of weeks playing high CBA,
Yep.
pumping out good scores, and then the next week, well,
And
I can't really say this because he hasn't played under Uze, but then he'll sit forward again for the next month and not really get near it, just pinch hit in the middle.
Well, yeah, based on CBA percentages here, so Taranto was the most, Hopper, Prestia, and then Bolton.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he punches out some good ones as well. Like
He
he has
does.
some higher ones.
He
in there.
does.
But it's almost that consistency, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the thing that is the worry.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, he just
I don't know.
you'd be
definitely-
happy to pick him up late-ish
Yeah.
in your.
Look,
well, it's not going to
It's
be
not
late.
going to be
It's
because
going
he's
to be
8th
early.
off the board. Like,
Well,
it's just of the forwards.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, that's where he ranks. That's crazy. Well, forward, here's some value for you. So, Tom Lynch. So, foot injury kept him out. Like, he played 4 games last year. So, he's not really ramping up training until the new year. But, coaches, we just need to monitor, I guess, what he's looking like leading into draft day, because that's where I think it really is for him.
Yep.
Like, he offers some value for Classic, definitely. Like, you can't say that he doesn't. But he's got a 51.8 average next to his name.
Yeah,
Riewoldt's gone. That's just got to help him, doesn't it?
yeah, for sure.
So I think that's where it is. Like, he's been, 70 points plus
Yeah.
before. Like,
Which-
he had
that's where he
massive
should
ones,
be.
like 80s, high 80s when he was at the Suns.
I think
Yeah,
there might have been
he used
a
to be able
low
to score
90
there.
in there as well.
Yeah, he used to dominate.
So I don't know. It's just a draft one because he's going to he's bumping up your draft order,
Yeah.
whatever figure you want, but he's going to be better than the 52 that's next
Yes.
to his name
Yeah.
as an average.
Yep, and he's going to be drafted because she's slim pickings up there.
She is.
It's very slim, just like this Tigers review. Right, let's have a look at a couple of midfielders that I believe are underpriced. And
Okay.
this is, again, probably more draft because I'm not touching them in classic with this. But Jacob Hopper.
Yeah,
So Hopper, you've got to be looking at him. He averaged 80.8, so we feel like he's better than that. We feel like he's a 90-plus guy.
Yes.
Like if you were going, what does he average? 90. He's not going to be this knockout, epic pick as a 100-plus midfielder. No. He might come and put that on his head, but that's where you see him.
Yep, definitely.
And he's got an 81 next to his name.
Yep.
So he could be there. So this is the question on AFL.com.au. Can Jacob Hopper get back to a 90-plus average in 2024?
I also
there's upside.
Yes, yeah.
No, injured too often, which is the other factor for him.
I'm answering no to that.
So you don't think he can do 90?
I don't think he can.
See, I'm the yes guy. I just think Hopper's really good.
Yep, same.
I can't
He's
help
had his
but
year there to get in. Like, what did he play? Like, how many games did he end up with?
He got 16 out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm yes to that. But would I pick him based on my yes? No.
No. So he's at 729k. Now, a bit cheaper is Dion Prestia at 685. So he played the year out as a 76 average, played 20 games. That's below where he's been before.
Yes. He played 20 games.
Yeah. Yep.
If you two had to guess how many he played last year, what would you have said?
10, 12.
Yeah, that's what I would have been at.
So Prestia is another draft one, though, that you are bumping up for that.
Yeah.
76 is not his true
he's
average.
Than that.
And it's all going to be these pre-season questions of what does it look like under Uze? Like, are they going to have more of a midfield game? Uze, was he at Melbourne? I think he was.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know.
He played there.
Yeah, I know. I think I haven't flashbacks.
I think he was.
Uze was a Melbourne boy.
Yeah, but like as a coach,
star?
though.
Yeah, he was assistant coach.
Was he?
Yep.
Was he?
Yep. What do you mean, was he? Yes, he was.
Good. That fact-checking doesn't happen for us there. Anyway, but it's going to be watching what that's going to look like, which these guys have upside because of that. There's natural... Where do Richmond go? Like, are they going to be better again? Or
No. They are.
Listen to the names you've started to get into.
I know, and this is it. I've got to wrap this up because I don't have much.
What about some rookies, Dog? Got any rookies?
A rookie price, dude?
Yep.
So Josh Gibcus. So he had a hammy injury that kept him out for 2023. He's going internationally to try to fix that too. So that's a bit of a flag already.
Oh, they do some good work over there. Is he going to Germany?
Yeah, I don't know where he was going actually.
Pig's blood.
Yeah.
German pig blood.
They're good at it.
17 games he played in his debut season. Now, the numbers aren't epic across his career, but I think at that price, so we're getting him at 256. He averaged 41. Like, it's a hard
A
beat.
whole 41? Wow.
Well, no, it wasn't because it was 40.5.
Right.
I rounded up.
Oh,
So
dear.
it wasn't up.
Oh, well, it'll be better for it.
Yeah.
We can consider it, though. Like, I think it's someone that has to be on your watch list as a rookie-priced player, but just have him on the list.
What about Steely Green?
Add your little star, your favourite star to him just to know, yep, he's another one of those guys. Well, Steely Green, what do you like about him? Just his name?
Just the name, yeah.
Hey, it's pre-season.
There's others, like
Any
Fawcett,
gets
that's a
wanna
cool
watch
name.
Who? What is it?
Fawcett.
Oh.
Now, there is Jacob Bauer who did play. Was that a hammy that he did early in a game?
And he was doing well too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So, but his average next to his name is a 23.8, which keeps him at basement.
Nice.
So that's, So if he got blooded, he got a chance.
They gave him 4 games.
Is he in the mix? If he is, then it's a 200k player. So with the forward status, so got to be on the list.
Gosh,
again.
You have a look at the list and there's going to be spots available.
Oh, there's spots available.
Even Morris Riewoldt, like we know the small forwards and stuff there, but he's got a rookie price next to him at 268. Like he's not going to be a huge scorer, but
No, I hear
he's
what
a
you're
name.
saying. I hear what you're saying.
That's why Cowan didn't have him in his initial team.
No.
Because he'd heard his name before.
No room for players like that, Dog.
Why not? Because you can score, all right?
Winning the car
Probably
this
not.
year. I'm winning the car.
Anyway, that was a hard talk and a hard listen.
Yeah. I'd like to apologise to everybody. Sorry about that. No, look, Dog, there was a couple in there that I got interested
There's some interesting stuff. And again, draft is where it's at. And there's a lot of players that pop out like that.
Yeah.
They've also got that early bye, so that's a thing because they're playing in round 0 in the opening round. So that's a thing where you're not probably going to love these unless they do offer you enough value, but there's question marks on the value even.
I think the Tigers might be the first team we preview next year.
Really?
Yeah.
They'll be a bit earlier in the order next year.
Yes, I think so.
All right, there they are, the Tigers. Woohoo! Hopefully you got something out of that. If not, it was just something to put in your ears while you were doing something for a little while. So go back and just listen to the first 20 seconds and get the song again.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Thanks, legends. Go and follow us everywhere. Social, all of that. Articles on afl.com.au and the AFL Live official app. There's plenty more to come. It's better from here.
You've been listening to the official AFL Fantasy podcast. For more expert advice from the traders, head to afl.com.au/fantasy.